Hi, Alyssa. It's Mr. Queen. Hopefully everything is good with you. Everything's good over on my end of town. Just saw that you sent me a message asking that you're a little stumped as to how to do this assignment. So I figured I haven't done a video for a while, so why not give you the first video of 2020? So what we're going to do is I've already got this set up. So I'm in Schoology. I'm actually acting as you right now. Now I probably don't have as good of a smile as you do, but needless to say, what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to look at the fourth marking period assignments, week 5, 6, and then I'm just going to use the first one as the example. All of these here are all the exact same projects. It's just the terms change. So I'm going to click here. I would go through, read the what it's asking of me. This image right here is an actual example of your assignment. Right here, it's talking about what the term is for a given assigned number. Now we need to figure out what your assigned number is. So we're going to do that in a moment. Here's our rubric. It's a real simple rubric. And what I'm going to do is I've got two images here. Now some people just look at it and think it's just one, but there's actually two different things here. First one we're going to do is we're going to click on this first PDF. And I'm going to open it. And that's the same one that we saw in our description. I come back over here and I'm going to click on my second one. And what this is this is going to be all of your cohorts from the class. And we're going to go look through and we're going to find your name. There you are. So you are term number 15. I'm going to come back over to the sheet, and term 15 is going to be this. So you're going to be using this term, dim constraint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually highlight that term, come over to Google, and paste that term along with the following thing, AutoCAD. Once I'm here, I'm going to look for anything that is AutoCAD or Autodesk. So let's try this first one here, knowledge.autodesk.com. Okay, so let's see what this is. And it has command in parentheses, so this is very promising. Okay, this is great. So first thing, it tells us what the term is. The second thing is it gives a description. The next thing is it allows us to have an image. Excuse me. So this is how we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go and create a new PowerPoint. So let me find PowerPoint on this computer. PowerPoint. All right. So I'm going to go and I'm going to create a PowerPoint. Now I can go under new. I can look at all these different backgrounds. Okay. The one thing that you need to know is that when you go to pick a background, you want to make sure that it's a background that allows you to put a lot of information and not get the image lost in it. So by that, I mean like this one right here, this animal magnetism. This is probably not a good one for us just because there's a big image there. Now, this one might work for us. It's got an image, but I think this is something that we might be able to work with. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to pick this for the heck of it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go create. Now, this one happens to be something I had to download. No big deal. this right here is going to be what we're going to do for our title. So I'm going to come back over to my terms. Let's see, my web page. Here it is. Dim constraint. All I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and then come over to my PowerPoint and paste it. Okay. Now you'll notice that I have different paste options. All right. I just want to go ahead and just do keep text only. That way it stays. If it was a different color that was maybe on that website, let's say it was red, when I go to paste it in here, if I just pasted it, it would turn in red. I don't want that, so I want it to be this color that was originally set up on here. Okay, so there that is. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put in my term. Now I'm going to step back here for a second to my actual assignment. Okay, let's see if we can find our actual assignment. Fourth marking period here. I stepped back a little too far. I apologize. So right here, it's going to tell us what we need to do. Okay, so it says AutoCAD projects requires us to research a predetermined term. Okay, we've just done that. And then you're going to find your number, open the attached PDF, and then we are going to look at the term. Now, this is a term that we have not used before. It's no big deal. Okay. So I've jumped ahead and I've already created a Google search. We found it. Now, this is what I want to focus on right here. This is where I want to get you the most amount of points possible. So step one says title, and notice it says font 32. The next thing afterwards, it says step 2, definition, and we want it to be a font of 24. Okay, so I'm going to come back down here, and I'm going to highlight all of this, and I want it to be a font of 32. Okay. Now, I don't probably need to have command afterwards, so I'm going to delete that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to come back over here because I can't remember what my font was. It was 24, I believe. Come back over here. Yep, font 24. All right, so I'm going to come up here, 24. And then I'm going to come over to my AutoCAD. And I've got this whole definition right here. Control C, or I can right click and copy. I can come down to my PowerPoint and then I can paste that information in. Now again, remember, I want to keep just the text. So I go under paste special and just text. Okay. Now again, it goofed up the sizing. So let's bring it back up to that 24. Now notice I've lost some of my text. What I can do is I can grab this little box right here and I can stretch it down. Now, you're going to see that my text is sitting behind this image. Now, I don't want that. So I think what I'm going to do is I like these little dots here, but this image right here, I think is going to be causing a problem for us. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just select it and I'm going to delete it. But let's say you actually wanted to keep it. Okay, so here's what it would look like deleted. I'm going to do a Control Z just to bring it back. What I could actually do is I have under a right click option, I have bring to front and send to back. Let's send this to the back. Okay, and well, I kind of lost it. I don't really know what happened here. Shouldn't really have done that. Let me do a Control Z, and I'm not sure what happened there. Let's see here. Let's just go send backward, and then let's take this text here, highlight it, right click, and let's just go bring to front. Now you'll notice that you now have the text here. Now the problem is that your text is kind of over this background, and it's kind of really, it's kind of hard to read all this. what I can do is I can actually highlight this, and I can go under the right click again. I can go Format Image or Format Picture. And I can go over to this last tab, and then I have this option for picture transparency. And I can make this picture more transparent. Okay. So I can make it so that it's more of a background rather than part of the foreground. Okay, so background meaning in the back, foreground meaning in the front. Okay. So now I can actually read my text. Okay. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to go back and look at this here. And it says steps to draw the term in AutoCAD font 20. So if I come back over to my AutoCAD page, all right, so I have got some instructions here, okay? So I can go ahead and I can figure out what I want to use. Now there's a lot of information here, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use, let's see here. I don't want to grab this stuff because this is talking about dim constraint command gives the same options as the following commands. Okay, so we don't really care about that. But what we do care about is that this right here. All right, this information right here. Okay, I'm going to copy all of this. I want to grab this too. Okay. I want to grab all of that information right there. And all I'm doing is just doing a left click hold on it. Okay. I don't care about the note part of it. But now I'm going to go ahead, right click, copy. I'm going to come over to my PowerPoint and I'm going to paste it. Okay. Now you guys see it came in as a window. Okay. Oops. Sometimes it goofs it up. All right. So there's part of it. What did it do here? All right. So you can see somewhere in here. All right. So it really kind of goofed it up. So let's just do a Control Z, get it out of there. And let's do a Control paste. And I'm going to do, again, I just want it in the text format. Okay. Now I could have it in the window if you like that, or if you just prefer the text, you can use the text. Okay. Whichever one you want. Let's use the window in this case where it's got the grid. Now let's see if we can try to get this so it's a little bit better this time. Right. Now I'm going to do a little bit of formatting here. I'm going to shrink this one down, move it up, click on the centering tab. I'm also going to move this up. Now, was that 32 font? That's 32 font, right? Look like 32 font. That looks like 32 font. That's 24 fonts, so that's good. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this here because this is supposed to be 20 font. Okay. Now, you'll notice that there's a little bit of a formatting problem here. The window box is way too big. So let's shrink it down so that it actually fits within our area. Now, we've got this little box right here. I got this text right here. I want to highlight that. I want to get that also, so it's 20. Okay. So now I'm going to grab a corner of this box. I'm just going to shrink it down so it's a little bit more proportional. Okay, now we can always move things around a little bit if we need to. looks good. Make sure that your boxes, nothing is getting cut off. I'm gonna move this up just a little bit more. Move this up just a little bit more. Okay, because I was losing this constraints right here. I was kind of sitting behind some of this text. Okay. So now the last thing that it's going to do, let's go back to our instructions. Okay. The last thing we have to do is we have to put an example of our term in there. So that's an image. All right. And then the last thing is we're going to go ahead and put our name on there. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back to our web and take a look right here. Here's an image. So let's go ahead and copy the image. Try that again. Copy image. Come down to our PowerPoint and let's just make sure that we're not right clicked on anything. And let's do a paste image. Now maybe we can get this image just a little bit bigger. All right. So that's perfect. Okay. That's what this PowerPoint was all about. Okay. And then the last thing that we have to do is we have to create a little spot for our name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I should have insert and then I should have a text box. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click right here and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put your name. Hopefully I spelled your name right. Schroeder. Yep. Okay. All right. Apologize for that. All right. So then that's it. Now the second slide here, obviously we're not using it. I only want it to be one slide, so I can right click, delete slide. And that's it. That's all there is to this assignment. It's pretty easy. Okay. There's not a lot of searching involved. All I want to do, I want you to just find the constraint, or excuse me, find the term, find a definition for it, find the instructions as to how, what the term is going to be, and then just use this information and create an object. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be printing up the best ones and hanging them up throughout the classroom, and then that way people can kind of see all the different commands that are used within AutoCAD. So hopefully this helps you out. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to show you this here. Now this was created by Tanzim Ahmad in period 7. I think she did a very nice job on this. It's very well laid out. I think this is something that you could use going forward. All right. So this is a nice layout. So I'm going to actually attach this in an email for you, and then hopefully you'll be able to use both of these pieces of information to help you out. If you need any more help, do not hesitate to ask, and I will be glad to help you out however I can. All right. Best of luck, Alyssa. Stay safe.